What's up, fam? Today I wanted to take a second to record a quick video for you about what it means to escape the Matrix. So the Matrix, if you've seen the movie, you got the human and they're locked into this machine that is creating their reality for them. And this Matrix exists in the real world. You might call it the time-space continuum if you're Einstein, or you might call it the emotional vibrational grid if you are Abraham Hicks. And so the idea of being stuck in the Matrix essentially means that you are being controlled by your sensations. So your subconscious is always feeling and listening for sensations, which it's then sending to your conscious mind for interpretation. And so to escape the Matrix, you really need to transcend the Matrix. And what does it mean to transcend the Matrix? Is to start seeing things more generally. So when you're in the Matrix, you might be hyper-focused on the present moment. You're doing this is happening, you're doing this is happening, you're doing this. Looking at all of the specifics of reality. And I'll put reality in quotes there, because the reality you experience is not the same as the reality that anybody else experiences. And so when you're hyper-focused on the specifics of your current reality, it's very easy to miss the big picture. And so what you need to do to escape the Matrix is to start to look at things more generally. You want to generalize your perspective, and in general, what do you want to happen? You want to be happy. You want there to be pleasantness around you and pleasantness within you. You want to feel good on a regular basis. So you get general. And once you're general, you have much more freedom to do what's right for you that will help you escape the Matrix, because nobody can escape the Matrix for you. This is a very important point. Only you, using the power within you, can escape the Matrix for yourself. So you're going from specifics to general. This is how you can change your life. You can think of it like you are filling up a glass. Your reality is this glass, like a vase or maybe a glass cup. And you have the general things, which are like big rocks. You have the more intermediate sized things, which are like pebbles. And then you have the small details, which are like sand. And so when you're stuck in the Matrix, you are nothing but grains of sand that are trickling through these big rocks and pebbles. And so if you're at this point and you're trying to grasp onto the sand for some kind of feeling of stability or satisfaction or happiness, maybe it'll work. Maybe you're in a great formation, but when we start to look more generally, we see these pebbles and we see these rocks and we see these stones. And what it means to be reborn is to flip the glass upside down, empty it all out, and then with intention, pick those rocks that you want to put in there first, the big rocks, your big life decisions, where you're going to live, what you want your emotional state to be. These types of general things. And then once those big rocks are in there, then you can add the smaller rocks, like what you're going to do for money and what you'll eat for breakfast. I mean, I don't know how big that size is. So there's varying sizes there. And so back to the matrix part. So when you are more general with the way you view this emotional vibrational grid, you can make changes, shifts in your reality. And then once you've shifted your reality sufficiently, then the specifics will just naturally fill in on their own. You actually don't have to do much. This is like how the law of attraction works. So you start with the bigger stones, and this will attract certain smaller stones and certain grains of sand to you. And then at that point, you can check again. Always be checking in with yourself. Is this satisfying to you? Are you happy? If not, keep trying. Eventually, you'll be able to find where you fit in. You'll be able to find ultimate truth, and you'll live a good life. Or not. I don't know. I don't know anything. But this is how to escape the matrix. You want to get general. Don't be locked into the specifics of your individual reality. If you're telling a story about your own life and you're being super specific, like this person did this person said this, you've lost it. Get general. I went to the store and I didn't feel good. It doesn't matter what the cashier said to you, if they smiled to you, if they were out of bread. You went to the store and you didn't feel good. General. You worked out and you felt good. General. From there, the other details will fill themselves in for you. And so you become in control of the matrix to a certain extent. There are outside forces. You can't have everything your way. If you had everything your way, nothing would ever go my way. So I would not like that. A little bit your way, a little bit my way. But the perception that we have is entirely our own and our own making. In this way, we write our own destinies. We write the stories of our own lives. But this is only possible if you're able to break out of the matrix, which is not easy. It's the tendency of humans to be controlled by sensations. Reacting. Something happens, you react. Something else happens, you react again. It's hard to get out of this. But luckily, there is a technique through meditation. You can begin to build a bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, because the matrix exists in the subconscious. The matrix is a grid in your brain, in your body. Things are set up the way that they are. That's your subconscious. And your subconscious is always listening to sensations, and it's putting it through this simulation and then telling your conscious mind what to do. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can reverse the flow with your conscious mind, alter the subconscious, so that when these sensations come in, they please you. They do what you want. They help you to make good decisions, take good actions, and have positive thoughts. And so, by observing the breath, 10 minutes a day to start, 2 minutes a day, bring your attention to your nostrils. Without controlling the breath, you're inhaling. Be aware, inhaling, exhaling. I'm aware, I'm exhaling. This is the start. If you can bring awareness to your breath, you'll be tranquil. It'll help regulate your nervous system, and wisdom will come to you without having to do anything at all except observe your breath. Through this and further stages on the path, you'll be able to integrate your subconscious and your conscious mind, perform surgery on your subconscious mind, reprogram it so that the matrix works for you to give you happiness and give you success and give you abundance and give you wealth. This is what you want. This is what we want ultimately, is to be happy, to be loved, to be joyful. So, my message to you is that this is possible. You can break out of the matrix. You don't have to follow anyone's particular advice. It can be helpful to start looking at things more generally, get an understanding of things in a general way, get an understanding of who you want to be in general, what you want to do in general, and then let the details just fall in from there. And this is ongoing work. This can take years. You'll get out of the matrix, you get a breath of fresh air, you get sucked back in. And that's okay. It's all part of the process. And it's worth it. It's really worth it. So, good luck to you. Let me know if you have any questions about escaping the matrix, and I can answer them in a future video. Subscribe to my channel. Let's do this, bro. We're about to suffer less. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.